So okay, so let us see. Okay, what we have to see. Okay, so first come to this framework part. So first of all, can any one of you confirm me that whether this is the framework you are working on? Because I was not teaching the framework. So this is the framework. If I open this test, right? Something like this. This one. So this I have added. You can ignore that. Can anyone confirm that this is the website you are working on?
Yes, yes.
Yes, right.
Okay. So I made couple of changes. So what you can do, you can merge them later. So this checkout I have done before before that yesterday's class, right? So yesterday's code is not present in this framework lecture. So you can merge that later on. So let us do couple of changes in this framework. So we can also run this framework from Jenkins, right? So shall we proceed?
Okay.
Okay. So come to that pom.xml file. I want to run my uh, project from the with the help of Maven, right? I will not right click every time test.ng XML. So if you remember that in our Maven lecture, we have discussed one Surefire plugin. So that will help us to. So this change I have done one change I have done is after the dependencies tag, I have provided this code, right? So this is a Surefire plugin. So this we have already discussed in the Maven lecture as well, that how you can run our command, sorry, how you can run your test case with the help of Maven, right? So once I have provided this, in between I have provided this as well, if you see clearly from here to here, right? So you can copy paste this, right? So here I have provided my test.ng XML file. So if I now simply right click here from here, or you can do it from the command prompt, you know that right click run as Maven test, right? So first of all, Maven will come here and it will find that I have to invoke this test.ng XML file, right? And it will trigger all the test case from here itself. So if you see this one, right? So this I have not made any change here except these two lines. I will talk about them later. So this is the same test.ng XML file which you guys are having, I think. So right, so this part is clear to everyone. What change you have to do? This from here to here you have to provide this code so that you can trigger your test.ng XML file, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the one thing. Okay, so it has end. Let us wait. Okay, so one thing you have to do this, and second one, if I come and second, okay, let me, I'm coming to this. So make sure that these two dependencies are also present, test.ng and Selenium, right? So I think they are already, you are already having that. So I think you can also add these two lines because, right, if you get some error like source option 5 is no longer supported, so you can add these two lines, right? So I was getting that error, so I have added. So this change I have done, and forgot about these three dependencies. This one and this one we will talk about later. And this I think you also familiar with this WebDriver manager. So here in your build up class, what I have done in this build up class, instead of writing like this, I was getting some error, so I have changed to this, right? So this we I think also discussed that you can use WebDriver manager, so that will take care of launching your Chrome browser, right? So if I come to this test case, so I think till now we have just I have done some changes. So first let me run this. So let me just so this, I think this test case is not present. So let I think, but these two are definitely present. You can check that in your framework. So Vandan has discussed that. So if I run this, now I can also do like this because I have provided Maven Surefire plugin. So I can say Maven test. So it will simply run my test case. So run my test.ng XML file. So when it will run my test.ng XML file, it will find that this is the test case. It will go to this class and execute these two test cases. So priority is 1. So first this will execute. So let us see whether it is. So let him close it. Close it. So it has started. You can see. So these are the warnings you can ignore. So Chrome driver is started. So first it will open the URL. So first this one. Okay, so after that it will stop, right? So it has entered manthan@gmail.com. So again, I have not made any changes as of now in this test case, right? So let us make one more change in our uh, taking the screenshot, right? So here, if you see your code, so let me tell you what are the changes I have done. So if you come to this build up, right? So here is your code present. If you remember this screenshot, right? So in this in this one, what I have done, I am using one date class. So this is a class in Java. So basically what I'm doing, if you keep on running this test case, right? And if you provide the screenshot name as some string, right? Suppose if I provide a screenshot name as logo, right? So if you run this test case multiple time, it will simply rewrite this file. So I do not want, I want that every time one new screenshot should be present in my directory, right? So what I have done with the help of date class, so let me show you in debug mode, then it will be clear. Let me put debugger here, right? So if I right click, just debug from here itself, test.ng, right? So once our test case will fail, control will come here and it will take the screenshot. So it will take some time. Okay, so why it has just come here? I have not put debugger. Okay, so remove the debugger from here. Okay, so it will again open. So I think here I am failing the test case, so it will take the screenshot and it will stop this time because I put the debugger. So what I am doing, before the screenshot will be taken of this particular page, right? So why it is taking the screenshot? Because I am failing this test case. If you see here, this is our first test case. I am failing this test case, right? You can clearly see it will fail. So once it will fail, it will come to listener first. So I will show you in the debug at the end as well how it is coming. But here you can see once it will try to take the screenshot. So I am creating the object of this class. So if I say, it will give you the actual date. Sunday, January, I think seconds and milliseconds it is also giving, right? So you can see 24/17/00, right? So what I will do, as you can see, if I try to create any file, any screenshot file with this name, it will not allow you because it is having some space and this extra letters like this, right? So first time, what I'm doing in this part, once I will get this date, so this is same. You can also write this variable here. I am replacing I am replacing all this. Wherever you will find this colon, wherever you will find the colon, replace it with dash like this, right? Underscore, and wherever you will find any space you will find in my date, replace it with dash underscore like this. And after that, provide one extension .png. So if I just run this, if I run this, so you will see earlier what is the date, it is like this, and now it is like this, right? So now I can easily use this name as a file because it is not having any extra letters like this, right? So where is this screenshot name is coming? So I have created one variable here. You can give any name, public static string, you can give any name again. So I'm using this variable here. So now this screenshot name, and what this line will do, this will simply take the screenshot. So if I just run this, it has taken the screenshot automatically, right? And after that, it should stop on the next line. So let us wait for some time. So I think it is done. So let us check. Okay, so it is still, let me put debugger. So after this line, it should come to this line. Why it is not coming? Okay, so it has came, right? So now here is our screenshot present, right? So this we have discussed so many times when we discussed the screenshot separately. Now I am copying this file, a screenshot file, to my local machine. So to do that, what I have done, I am taking the path till here, till my project level, till this, with the help of system that dot get what I am getting this path. And after that, right? So one more thing, whenever you are running your test case with the help of Maven, when you will run, all your files will be generated inside this folder, right? So, but when you run with the test ng will generate each and every data here, right? So keep in mind this difference. Whenever you will run with the help of Maven, all the files will be generated here. But when you will run with the test ng, all the data will be generated here, right? So what I'm doing, as I know that I have to run, when I will run from the Jenkins, I will make use of the Maven. So I am saying, after getting my local machine, local path of the project, yeah, till here, come to this folder, target, surefire report. So you can say target here in this surefire report, right? So this is the Maven one. And after that, I am providing, come to the HTML folder, come to this HTML folder, right? And provide this screenshot name. So provide this screenshot name. So what is the screenshot name? If you see, a screenshot name is this one. This is the screenshot name. So once I will, if I just simply run this step, so again you can see .png. So every time when you will run your project, this will be a unique name screenshot, because I'm using date class. So if I just come on this, right? So if I simply just, let us see whether any screenshot is present. So if I simply refresh this, okay, so I should have noted the, so somewhere here it is present. So many files I have generated. So let me just do one thing, remove all this. Let us see at a run board whether it is able to generate. Okay, so delete this. Okay, so just I will run as. So again, I'm saying when you will run this Maven test, it will simply invoke your test.ng XML file and will generate all the data in this target folder, right? So let us wait. So it will again run. So as of now, you can see, if you remember the path, I think I have placed here in the HTML folder. As of now, only three file we are having. But once a screenshot will be taken, it will be placed in this page, in this you can say. Okay, so it has, I think, okay, so it will again run one more test case. It has run this contact test. Now after that, I think it is finished. So if I refresh it, you can see it has generated some. Along with that, you can see this time it has generated the screenshot at what time. You can see the same time on my machine, right? So similarly, if you just come to this one, contact form, and if I fail one more test case, as of now only one test case is failing, so one screenshot is present. So if I fail this test case as well, if I fail this test case as well, now we should see two screenshots. So if I delete this, so delete this. Okay, so if I run it again, you can do from here, Maven test. So what is the error? Okay, so run as Maven test. Now as of now you can see again in this Maven target folder, as of now no screenshot is present. So this time we should see two screenshots with the different name, as I am using date class. So it is started. So this page is screenshot this time and the other one. So let me open this so that we can see. Right, you can see clearly. So if I open it here, double click, this page is screenshot and the second one. Right. So if you have many more test case based on the current date and time, it will create separate file. So this part is clear to everyone.
Yes, yes. Sir, it will always generate with unique time stamp.
Yeah, this is the reason I'm using date class.
Okay.
Okay, so what I am saying, okay, so this you have, this change you can also do, it will be fine. Okay, so let us see one more type of reporting. So till now I think you have seen test engine report, like some basic reports. So let us see one type of report which is called ReportNG. So what we can do to use the ReportNG, you will require two dependency, which is, if I come to pom.xml file, so this is one dependency, you can get it from Maven repository. So if I come here, so let us see one more type of reporting. So it is better than test ng reports, I can say. So here you can say report ng. So here you can get this dependency, right? So I have taken the latest version, which is 1.1.4. This is 1.1.4, right? And the second one is, you will also require this. So this is this one, GUICE. So you can also get it from here. If I, okay, so not this one. Paste the path, not path, name, right? So you can come here. So it will also help you to generate the report. So you can take this, not the beta version, you can take this one. So it might not be stable, so you can go with 4.2.3, copy the lines and paste it here, right? And save your project. So once you will save your project, what you have to do, so if you come to their official website, so report ng, you can, so so if you come down in your test ng XML, you have to provide two things. If I, yeah, this one, right? So copy these two lines, so otherwise your reports will not be generated. So if you come to this, which one, this one, okay, so come to your test ng XML file. So apart from this, right, so I think this you all are familiar with, because we are placing this so that your test ng XML will communicate with the listener class you have created, right? So apart from that, I have placed these two, which I have copied from their official website. So these two lines are important to generate, right? So I have placed it here, right? So you have to write like this: listener class hyphen name, listener class hyphen name, right? And these two things you have to do. Save it. And one more thing, if you come here, okay, let me do one thing. Come to your listener file. This is your listener file, right? So let me not write all this line. So I will save it, right? So if I run my program this time using Maven, right? We are doing everything from the Maven itself. So make sure to give every path here itself. Otherwise, you will get weird result. If you run with TestNG, you will not see the file here, right? So or you can also delete this folder. It will generate automatically. Let us see. So let me close all the browser one by one. I will close it from here. Okay. So now, as we are using ReportNG, this time we should see one report that will have some good number of. So, okay, so again a screenshot is taken. So let us open Eclipse editor. So here if I say, okay, so let me refresh it, or it will come automatically. Let us see. Let me, right? So this folder came, and here if you see this HTML folder, right? So earlier I have taken the part to this directly, but if you do not provide the dependency of ReportNG, which we have just placed in our pom.xml file, and this one, and this we have also placed, these two lines, if you do not write, this HTML folder will not generate, right? So this is, so what I have done, right? After placing that, I will get one folder. If you expand this folder, you will see index.html file. So if you open this file, if I open this complete file path from here, and I will open it here, right? So if you see, what is this hybrid project suite, this name is coming from here. So where is this name coming? This name is coming from here. I have changed the name. So whatever the name you will write here, that will come into this report ng, right? And if I click this, as of now, both the test cases are failed. Failure to passed 0, right? Total time required is this. And if I click this, you can see this is one check title. So why it is coming like this? Because our method name is this. So if I open this, check title, and second is this one, email field, right? So here it is telling you the time in seconds, and if you can also see that why it is failed, right? So this is also one of the way of reporting. So till now it is clear to everyone that how we are using this report ng.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so let us now see how we can attach screenshot itself here in this report, so that we can hand over this complete file to our client, right? Because you cannot tell to your client that go to Eclipse and you can go into this folder and check it, right? So it is not a good way. So a screenshot should also be present into our so if you remember that, if I come to this path, where is my base class? If you want to attach the screenshot, so this is my screenshot code. You can see clearly I am providing the screenshot in this HTML folder only. Why I am providing? Because I know that by default index.html file will generate into this folder. So also what I am doing, every screenshot what I will take, I will make sure that screenshot and the index.html file would lie in the same folder. Otherwise, it will not be able to attach the screenshot, right? So make sure to give the right path. And after giving the right path, what you can do, you can come to your listener. So what will happen whenever you will, so I have copied, removed some lines from it, from here. So let me again undo the operation. So you can remove this. This is just simply a sleep, so you can remove this. So what is this code? So let me not write this line. So we will understand it later. So you can, this is simply a text that will come along with the screenshot. So you can give any name. You can give any name, right? So why I am writing, why I am coming to this listener? Because I know when our test case will fail, our test case will come to this point. I will also show you in debug mode after that class. If you want to see that once our test case will fail, we will come to this block. Automatically our code will come, and this method takes a screenshot driver. So this you have already covered in the previous section. This will invoke take the screenshot, right? Once the screenshot will be taken, it is placed into this path. So suppose this is our screenshot, right? Just assume this is our screenshot, and when I will come to this, right? So after taking the screenshot, this code will execute. So basically this line will come into our report for one test case, and this is some HTML code, so you do not have to worry. Just understand that what is this. So this is our class name, and on the runtime I am saying whenever you will take the screenshot. So if you see, uh, this is our class, right? So I am accessing this variable which I have created in my class, this one, right? So when I will access this variable, but you see that first this will invoke. When this will invoke, I have already showed you in debug mode, this variable value will change, right? So this variable value will become something like this. So once this variable value will become like this, and this will also have the same value, right? So it is a static variable, it will not generate every time. So now that value, I am saying that with the help of this method, as it is a static variable, I am directly accessing it with the help of class name. So class name dot variable name, it will give me the screenshot value. Suppose this is the complete value dot png, and it will simply uh, place the screenshot there, right? So this is the approach this is the thing we are following. And what is this BR? So once our screenshot will come, I want my screenshot should open in the next page, right? Once I will, suppose if I click here, automatically you will see our screenshot will open in the next page. So this is the reason I'm using this code, right? And after that, third line, if you see again, this is the HTML code. So just see here again, I'm getting the same screenshot name, and I'm setting some, you can say I'm setting some height and width, right? So let us see, then it will be more clear that how it is generating. So first let me show you in run mode. So if I run it, simply run as maven test, not Java application. So this time we should see, if I close this. So these are the warnings you can ignore. So after that I will also show you in debug mode, then you will be able to understand it better. So if you see here, again you will see two more screenshot here. As of now we are having two. Again you will see total four. So once our code will execute, it will, okay. So okay, no issues. I have already filled the test case, so it is failed. So total test case failed 2 because I want to fail that so that they can take the screenshot. So you can see 2 more screenshot, right? And you can see our index.html file is present in the same folder. So once these steps will invoke, if I refresh it first let me refresh, and if I come to this path, so again if I hit enter, open this. Okay, so you can see whatever you have written that came here, right? But it is not giving you the screenshot. So why it is? Because you have to set one flag, otherwise it will not allow you directly. So this line will simply write this line. So some property we are setting it to false. You can check about that property if you want to know. So basically it will not allow you to see the screenshot if you do not set it to false. So if I run it again one last time, and you will see this time. So again you can see total 4. After the execution will finish, total 6 screenshot will come here, 2 more. So tests. Okay, you can see total screenshot becomes 6, right? So if I refresh it and then I will hit enter. So this time we should also see the screenshot. So if I hit enter, you see that. So you can see whatever the screenshots one by one it has kept, and due to this line, uh, okay, not this one. Due to these two lines, right? I have provided the height and width. So you can change the value, height and width. So if you decrease the value, it will. So once I will click this, it will open in another tab like this. So you don't have to navigate backward and forward. So you can say email field. So email bandhan@gmail.com. After that, I filled the test case. So if you want to see the screenshot, you can see like this, right? So, but you have to provide these 4 lines of code, right? And you can also see that why test failed, because it is saying expected abc.com but found this. So you can give any message, right? So basically I want to fail the test case, so I provided failed assertion, right? So this part is clear to everyone how we are how we are getting the screenshots into this file only.
Yes, Sumit. Sumit, the chat title and email fields, these are the test case name, na?
Which one? I
In
think,
report,
yeah.
in report
On the left hand side, check title and email field are the test case name. So you can see here,
test case.
show you where is our test case contact form.
Can we get the past test case report also?
Yeah, you have to apply some logic there with the help of date itself. You can try that.
Hmm.
Anyways, we
So,
will see that in Jenkins you will not require to see past report, because what happens every time when you are running it, it is overriding the file. So you can apply some date time logic just like we did it for a screenshot. So tell me if you face difficulty, I will tell you, right? Otherwise, we will see that in Jenkins itself. Okay.
okay, thank you.
So let us see. Suppose if I add one more test case. So let us see whether we are getting screenshots of this one as well or not. This one. Okay, so this is our dummy test case. One more I have created. Amazon website will open. It will get the title, and again it will. I am just filling the test case so that it will take the screenshot, right? So let us see if I run it. So I am also telling to debug this. So we will debug this after the lecture. Otherwise, we will not be able to discuss Jenkins today. So I will show you in debug mode how it is traversing from this listener to all that, right? So now what I'm saying, this time we should see 3 screenshot. So 3 test case and a screenshot of this one because I'm failing this test case here. So if you come, so website open. So I think this is our third test case. So first, second, and third Amazon website will open, right? Because I've set the priority equals to 3. So this is happened at the last. So this test case is run at the last. So here it is. So if I have, you can see some screenshots. Okay, so 3 screenshots come here. And after that, if I refresh it and come here, and if I hit enter again, path will be the same. So this time you can see. So I think it is giving you the test case on the basis of alphabetical order. So first Amazon it has given. So where I have failed, it is giving me the screenshot. And second is this one. You can also see why it has failed, right? So or you can minimize it. Second is this one, and third is this one, right? So I think this part is clear to everyone. At the end of lecture, I will also show you in debug mode how we can how the code is working, right, in debug mode. But as of now, let us see with Jenkins. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so let us first discuss why we require the need of Jenkins. Suppose in your office you want to run run these test case on a daily basis. Suppose you want that by the time you will reach office at 10 a.m., you want some 100 test case will trigger automatically, right? So you can do one thing that you can, and suppose that test case will take around 5 hours to complete. Just assume. So if you want that test case will be when you reach to the office, you want the results of all the test case. So will you get up every morning at 6 a.m. and open your local machine and just come to your Eclipse and right click and run a Java application, right? So every time you cannot do that, right? So what Jenkins will help you, you can do some settings in the Jenkins itself, so that Jenkins will do all the work for you, right? So you do not have to right click every time. You have to make some settings, so every time Jenkins will run our project, right? So this is the first thing you can do, right? So basically, if you see one more thing, you can take a scenario. Suppose your client want to run the test case. So suppose your client is non-technical, he do not know about all the Eclipse. So if you say to the client that you can come to your project and right click run as Java application, right? So there might be the chance that he will say that I do not understand this, provide some other option. So what we can do, we can import our whole, not this one, whole framework code to the Jenkins, so that we will be able to run on a daily basis, and also our client will find some easiness in running our test case, right? So this is the reason we are going to use Jenkins. So you will understand that how we are doing that all the stuff in a short while. Okay, so first of all, uh, let us start with how we can